halftime. We're now going to send over to Victor Kaiser and Spencer Gowan for your halftime show.
Welcome to the halftime show from the TD Waterhouse Stadium in London, Ontario. You're listening to the Tier 1 Senior High School Football Championships between the Lucas Vikings and the St. Thomas Aquinas Flames, presented by Stream Global Services and Stellar Radio. My name is Victor Kaiser, and I am joined by Spencer Gowan. Spencer, what have you seen for the first half of this game so far?
Well, Victor, I've seen some really, really good football, surprisingly. I've seen big passes, some big runs, a lot of great defense, and even more surprisingly, I've seen some really crazy fans and, just some classic high school football.
Oh, it's a great time to be in the stands out there, I would imagine. How good has the Lucas Vikings, Eric Gultinen, been? He's been everywhere so far tonight. Just how good has he been tonight?
He's actually a monster. He has had two 45-yard runs, one for a touchdown, one that got called back, unfortunately, but he is breaking through the gut. He's running outside, and he's just been all over the place.
You're listening to the London High School Senior Football Championship game presented by Stream Global Services and Stellar Radio. We'll return with the third quarter action right after this information update live from the broadcast center of 106.9 CIXX FM at Fanshawe College in London. This is your XFM News.
Hi, and welcome to the halftime show from TD Waterhouse Stadium in London, Ontario. You're listening to the Tier 1 Senior High School Football Championship between the Lucas Vikings and the St. Thomas Aquinas Flames, presented by Stream Global Services and Stellar Radio. I'm Spencer, he's Victor. And Victor, I don't know about you, but I noticed a great passing game by St. Thomas Aquinas despite the score.
It has been a good game. They've been passing well, but the score suggests otherwise. It's currently 24-8 in Lucas's favor, and Lucas in the second half, I feel they will continue on the offense. So they looked for that score to probably expand a bit more in Lucas's favor.
Yeah, absolutely. The Vikings, despite the score, I feel their O-line's not doing the best. They're letting guys through the hole, and they're leaving their quarterback up to dry. So yeah, they got to work on that. I also expect sneaky play by the Vikings. They've had a QB sneak and a fake punt already. Do you think there might be more of that in the second half?
I definitely feel there will be more of that in the second half. As I just mentioned, Lucas will probably dominate the second half as well, just as I've been doing here. St. Thomas have been playing well. They have been playing well, but it just does not look to be their night so far.
Yep, can't argue there. One thing Lucas is doing really well is what they're chewing the clock. So, when SCA does get the ball, they don't have a lot of time. They've been making huge passes downfield and not chewing clock time at all. So that's where Lucas really has them against the ropes.
They sure do so. And we have some out-of-town scores for you right now. In the NHL, after one period, the Toronto Maple Leafs lead the Washington Capitals 2-1. Montreal are up 1-0 at the end of the first. The defending champions Boston lead 3-0 against the New York Islanders. And in the Ontario Hockey League, the London Knights are up 2-0, 3/4 of the way through the first period against the Owen Sound Attack. And back to you, Spencer.
All right. One thing I've also noticed mentioned before is the student body for the Lucas Vikings. They're right in front of the press box here, and they are loud. They're blue, and they're making a ruckus.
They definitely are. We're right in front of the press box. They are loud. You can almost hear them in the press box with the windows shut. The other side, the St. Thomas fans, they are a little mellow, but look for them to try to cheer on their team as much as possible because it should be a good second half. We look like we're almost ready to begin the second half of play right here in the TD Waterhouse Stadium in London.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to feel for these guys too because I know it's kind of warm in here, but it is freezing out there.
It is freezing out there.
Yep, it is freezing.